That's right, ladies and gentlemen. That sound coming in your ears, the sound of your favorite podcast, Back from the Dead. Well, 3 weeks of dead. Add this to your list, episode 71. We are here. We are queer. Get used to it. How are you guys?
Good. How are you, Tom? How was Italy? You just got back.
I did just get back. Italy was hot as hell, y'all. It was hotter than Satan's ass crack up in there.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
They just do not believe in air conditioning in Europe the way that we do here in America. So add that factor to the fact that my dad has back issues. My mom was retaining water from the heat. We were supposed to be on a 4.5-hour air-conditioned train from Rome to my grandmother's town. The AC broke 40 minutes into that 4.5-hour train ride. But once we got to my grandmother's town, we were at the beach, so that was okay. There was a nice breeze, and there was a rather cold ocean to dip into and refresh yourself. But other than that, I mean, it was great. I can't complain. It was just hot. Yeah. How are you guys?
Wow, geez. Well, I'm hot in New York, so I can sort of relate. What's the name of your grandmother's town, Tom?
It's a small town called Amantea. It is, so she lives in Calabria, which is the toe of the boot that kicks Sicily.
Wow, fancy! Love that. Did you go to Crema and have your little "Call Me by Your Name" moment, or no?
No Crema for me. Maybe next trip.
There you go. Totally.
Fumi, what have you been up to?
I've been working and trying to keep cool. It's hot as F here in Los Angeles as well.
Yeah.
Oh.
Just trying to get things done. I have the one day off that I've had for over a week.
Oh wow, you busy?
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Totally.
All right. Well, the Amazon is burning and Greenland is melting.
How did we not know about that? The Amazon being on fire for almost a month. That is shit crazy.
It's been that long? We just found out about it this week.
Yes, our media has been ignoring it.
Oh
yes.
Shit. Dang.
Yeah.
Oh God.
So all that craziness is going on, but we're here to turn your life around and make things better, because that is what we do, ladies and gentlemen. On this podcast, we tell you the good, the bad, and the ugly of the latest things going on in the entertainment world. And this episode will be no different. We will do our housekeeping and headlines, and we will get into our list segment, and then we're going to play a little game of Tom's Trivia, and we haven't done that in a while, and we have a very unique topic tonight. So you'll have to stay tuned to see what that is.
Let the games almost begin.
I'm not going to do well on that. I'm not going to do well for this game.
I probably won't either, Fooms.
You'd be surprised.
Oh, okay.
You guys would be surprised. Right. Don't worry, I didn't make them impossibly hard.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
But let's move right into it. Housekeeping and headlines. Fumi, tell us about what's going on with Marvel. You're our Marvel queen.
Oh my god. I don't know what is going on. Listen, I just feel like Sony is making mistake. So, Sony owns Spider-Man. As we all know,
they sure
Spider-Man has been infiltrated into the Marvel Universe, i.e. super producer Kevin Feige. And apparently Disney went to Sony and was like, hey guys, we got to split this 50-50. We don't want this 5% that we've only been getting. You're getting Kevin Feige. You're getting part of the Marvel Universe. Sony said no. And so now, moving forward, all Spider-Man movies are not going to be part of the Marvel Universe. Tom Holland decided not to do 2 more movies. But it's no longer going to be any crossovers. It's all Sony, and I am just beside myself.
Yeah,
well,
it sucks.
To be completely honest, Spider-Man was never one of my favorites ever.
Okay.
I thought the Tobey Maguire movies were horrific.
Oh, I loved that. Well, I loved the first 2. Oh,
and I don't even
Kirsten Dunst with that nipple
so
shot.
Stupid. And I don't even know who else has been Spider-Man.
Andrew
but
Garfield.
Dum-dum.
Yeah,
Andrew
everyone
Garfield.
fell asleep
Dum-dum-dum.
during those movies. Yeah.
Dum. Tom Holland has really, really, really done an amazing thing with this role. I love his relationship with Tony Stark, even though Tony Stark is dead. Spoiler alert! But if you don't know that already,
what?
Are you living under a rock? I can't. And so he's been really, really great in this role, and the fact that they're not going to be together anymore is just so perplexing to me. I just don't know what choices are being made. Like, what is happening?
Yeah, it's weird, and it's
the end of an era.
It's weird that Sony is so open about how they're like, yeah, we learned everything from Kevin. We're going to take it over ourselves now, because they had Venom and they had Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse, which both were very successful. So they're like, we got this. But it's like, why do something different if what you're doing is perfect?
Working.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Strange. Yeah. I don't know. I think a lot of people will give them some backlash.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Maybe there's still hope.
Maybe. I gotta fork up a lot of money, apparently, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Mark, what you got, baby boy?
So, hey, baby boy. Guess what, guys? Whoa, Matrix. Remember how I was saying, remember when The Matrix came out 20 years ago this year? Well,
you
guess
sure
what?
did.
We are getting a 4th Matrix movie. It was just announced that Keanu and Carrie-Anne Moss, the 2 leads of the original trilogy with Lawrence Fishburne.
Is Fishburne coming back?
He's not.
He hasn't been dropped yet, right?
He hasn't been dropped. But honestly, I only really remember the first movie. I kind of forget the second and third. So maybe his character died or something.
Whoops.
I'm not sure. But at least Keanu and Carrie-Anne are coming back, and as is writer-director Lana Wachowski. Her sister is not mentioned. So I don't know if this is going to be a solo. You know, they were always the Wachowski siblings. I don't know if it's now just a solo effort, which that'll be kind of interesting. But yeah, we're going to see Neo and Trinity back in the Matrix years later, and production will start early next year. So this is kind of interesting. I kind of like it, I think, just because I feel like there's so many new things going on in technology now in the real world that they could totally play with in like a futuristic way. I think it's kind of cool. What do you guys think?
I've never seen the Matrix movies, so I don't really care.
Saw
but no, it's not my thing. But I think it's cool. I think they're definitely following in the steps of the Star Wars reboot success, Halloween reboot success, and it's looking like Terminator is going to be a success as well with Linda Hamilton coming back. So they're just trying to capitalize on that.
A lot
who could blame them?
Of more reboots, I think now. So,
yeah. I don't care. I don't like those movies. I only saw, I think, like 20 minutes of the first one, and I was like, next.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
okay. Not even the first one. Wow, it was like pretty iconic. Okay. But yeah, I think we're going to be seeing more reboots come up, like you were saying, Tom. Everyone's inspired by these recent hits. So yeah, we'll see. It's interesting. It kind of came out of left field, so.
Yeah, totally. Mm-hmm. I will wrap us up with the headline segment. The Hunt was a movie that was supposed to come out in late September. I think, is it a Blumhouse production?
Yep.
I think so,
I think it is, yes. So it had quite a cast. It was Betty Gilpin, Hilary Swank, Justin Hartley from This Is Us, and some other guy.
Emma Roberts.
Ooh. And then there was another gentleman.
Ike Barinholtz.
Barinholtz, yep.
Who's really fun, yeah.
So, yep, they were all in the movie, and it was apparently about elite, rich people paying to take poorer people and put them in the middle of a field and kill themselves, right? So it was the rich paying to watch, quote-unquote, deplorables kill each other. Kind of sounds like a Hunger Games for adults, if you will. Mm-hmm. Well, Mr. Donald Trump got word that the movie was kind of political satire, if you will, and he started a tweet storm, which he is so infamous for doing, and it ended up that the studio canceled the release of the film completely.
Yeah.
I have to say, I mean, I guess I don't know. I had no idea that one, this was a movie coming out, two, this was about, liberals killing conservatives, and that Donald Trump was tweeting about it. Did you guys know about this? Because I had no idea.
I was in Italy when this was going down, and we were all laughing about it.
I knew about it, but the thing to remember is, and I even rewatched the trailer, which they've taken the trailer down everywhere.
Yep.
But
I had seen it once in theaters. I can't remember.
Oh, did you? Okay, I had seen it
once.
I had seen the teaser, and then I watched the trailer after all this came out. Technically, in the trailer, no one is talking at all about politics.
No.
Like, none of the characters, that's all implied. That's totally implied, because the people that are sort of being killed are kind of Southern, kind of
hickish,
over the top,
yes.
Hickish, funny, goofy.
Oh,
so nowhere in the trailer was it ever actually specified. There's no red and blue. There's no flags. There's no. So this was all just implied. So
I even think it takes place in a different country.
Who were the people doing the killings?
The people doing the killings are the rich elite, kind of like Hostel. It's set up
Well,
by
no,
Hillary.
they're just watching the killings. They're watching the quote-unquote deplorables kill each other, a la Hunger Games. Yes.
Oh, really? Because I thought Hillary Swank was running it, and then she and Betty Gilpin are fighting each other. I don't know. Maybe there's a little bit of killing from the rich people as well. I'm not really sure. It was all very vague. To be honest, the movie looked okay. It didn't really look
I wasn't
amazing.
going to check it out anyway,
But I just think it's very interesting that this movie's totally canceled, really just from implications and not outright, like, real plot description. That's kind of
And the
crazy.
studio behind this, or who was going to distribute it?
Blumhouse and Universal.
Universal. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So it's kind of like that James Franco, Seth Rogen movie all over again. Remember The Interview?
yes.
Oh, yeah.
With King
But that ended up
Jong-un.
coming out and was super funny.
It was pretty funny. It ended up coming out. I forget how. Maybe like Redbox.
But I don't think it did well.
I think it was like
It
on
didn't-
demand.
It was on demand. You're right, Foom, because I remember we paid for it. Yeah. It didn't do super well, but I mean, it lives on TV, so you know. But yeah, it's kind of weird that he was able to totally
manipulate a studio into pulling a movie. Yeah, it's crazy.
But also, to be fair, this, because of the shootings that we talked about on our last episode,
Right.
The public shootings,
Right,
they also
right.
played a part. So
Totally.
I get that. Yeah, it's really tricky. It's totally tricky because it looked like very much obviously an action comedy. So I don't know. It's kind of crazy, but yeah,
Womp womp.
I'm sure
Well,
it'll be
with-
out someday.
Hopefully,
You know,
because with that cast, there must have been something there, but
yeah,
maybe we'll never know.
yeah.
Let's get into our list.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mark, what you got, Marky Mark?
Well, hello there. So I have 2 items on my list. I got a movie and a TV show. First
You
up.
do.
Yes. Actually, you know what? I think, judging from our little document, I think we all have a
All
movie and a
kind of
TV
do,
show.
yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Theme. Didn't even plan that. So, everyone, I have 2 items. The first item is the new movie that came out earlier this month, Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark.
Ooh, I can't wait to
tell
see what
us.
you have to say about this.
Okay,
or
yeah,
hear
because
what you have to say.
you guys haven't seen it?
No.
No, not yet.
Okay.
I couldn't watch it because from the trailer, the girl with the spider out of her face.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I couldn't.
Yeah, I have to tell you guys. Okay, so I was/still am a huge fan of the books. I got my copy right here of the whole collection. I sure do.
Yeah.
It breaks my heart that when I was talking about this with various people recently, they're like, "What is
There's an
that?" I'm
entire
like,
generation who has no idea what the hell that story
absolutely.
is. I know.
But even
I
people
know.
our age, even some people our age, like Greg is even
Yeah.
like, "So what is that? Is that?" I'm like, "What do you mean? What is that?" Like I read this every day. What?
I love it.
So-
I love it.
This is coming from a fan of the books. Now, I'm not like a diehard fan where I remember every single story. I mean, but the iconic ones, the spider, and I remember there was
Scarecrow.
the scarecrow, a rat dog thing.
The
and,
woman
like-
with the tie around her neck.
Oh, yes. So the movie just came out a couple of weeks ago, I'm sorry, by CBS Films, which honestly, I've always been sort of confused by CBS Films.
Yeah.
I don't really understand, Long story short, guys, I would say add this to your list. I enjoyed it very much. It is not a rush to go see it, and also by the time this is out, it's probably already going to be on its way out because it did come out in early August. I don't know why. This movie should have been a total early October release.
Yes,
It's set on
agreed.
Halloween. It's some of the iconic, fall Halloween imagery. You have a scarecrow, you have spiders, you have a haunted house, you have
Leaves.
I mean, it's set on Halloween night. It starts on Halloween night, 1968. I'm not sure why it's set in 1968, unless
Political reasons, I read.
I guess it's kind of. But honestly, watching it, I don't know. The political stuff was a stretch. Like
Okay.
Basically, what I'm saying is it's not a cautious ad. I definitely say add it to your list. The imagery, all the scary bits that you have seen in the trailers, they are good. The spider, the big fat lady walking down the hall, the skinny woman looking for her toe, the jangly man is actually downright really creepy. The weird thing about this is maybe because it's directed by a foreign guy, Andre Ovredal. I'm sorry, Andre. I'm sure that's not how you pronounce your name, but it just feels kind of like, and I got this vibe from the trailers. It feels kind of like a foreign production is trying really hard to be American, and
Yeah.
so
Okay.
because of that, The scares are great, but everything else kind of feels very G-rated. So it kind of felt like I was watching two different movies.
Yeah, it reminded me a lot of Goosebumps from the trailer.
Right, like those recent good Goosebumps movies, which I haven't seen. I want to see them, but
Me
I know
neither.
they're family friendly, right? They might be a little, intense at times, but it's a family movie. This movie, every now and then, I'm like, oh, okay, so this is kind of like a lighthearted family horror film. Okay, I can get into that. But then, like, it's like, oh god, this is like violent and gross and like I'm gonna remember this image of what's happening right now. So yeah, just keep that in mind that it's kind of like two movies merged into one. So I don't know if that was
tonally
always
confused.
the plan. Oh, just a slightly tonally confused.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's just a little different. So I don't know if that was something in edit that like the distributor, the studio wanted something, and then Guillermo del Toro, who produced it, wanted something else. I don't know. But I say check it out, especially watch it at home on DVD or on digital. It's a good time. The lead actress looks so much like Heather Langenkamp. This is a horror movie nerd thing to say, but she looks so much like Nancy from the original Nightmare on Elm Street movies. Like, I don't know if that was intentional, but brava, great job. But yeah, these kids, the story is very simple. These kids find an old book in this haunted house in town that's boarded up and been abandoned for years. It's the home of Sarah Bellows, and the rumor, the kind of urban legend in this town in Pennsylvania is that Sarah Bellows was locked up in the basement by her weird family, and so to kind of escape from it, she wrote scary stories. And so they take the book, of course, and they realize new scary stories are being written, and they're about these friends, and one by one they're in these scary situations. So I don't know how it's really doing. I think it's been doing okay.
Yeah, it's doing all right.
Yeah, it's doing okay. So it could be fun to see more movies. I don't know if because there's so many actual stories from the book. So yeah, I could be into that, but I'm not sure if they want to do that. But yeah, definitely check it out because you guys will remember some of the good horror imagery. You might not remember like the characters or the story in between. I already kind of like am a little foggy over some of that stuff, but the good stuff is good, definitely.
Nice.
Yeah, so check that out. And the second item I have is a new show that a lot of people that I've seen on my feed are raving about. And that is the new Amazon Prime show, The Boys. Have you guys checked The Boys out at all or heard anything about it?
I watched half of the first episode.
Okay. Did you watch only half because you didn't like it?
Uh-huh.
Oh, interesting. I'm surprised by that, too, because I know you like your superheroes.
I know.
Okay.
I was anticipating liking it, but there's something about it that I'm just not into.
Well, you're also really not into Amazon. You're also like...
You think?
You're like, Emma...
I like Fleabag.
Oh, yeah, Fleabag. Oh, my God, I'm so glad you said that, Foom. Real quick, shout out to Fleabag. I'm almost done season 2. I cannot echo
Isn't
your...
it so good?
Season 1 is brilliant. Season 2 somehow is brillianter. I don't know how they make it even better.
How hot
show.
is the priest though with her? Like,
oh,
the
I know, he's so
tension?
cute. Yeah.
Oh my God.
That actor I think is gay in real life, so that's kind of fun. He's very good. They're very good. Everyone is very good. Please, if we've already said it, but I'm saying it again. Y'all gotta watch Fleabag. Please give them every Emmy. Make extra for them. Anyway. But going back to what I'm talking about, Amazon's new show, The Boys, it's not as, amazing as Fleabag, but I disagree with Fumi. I'm actually going to tell you, add it to your list. I liked the first episode. I wasn't sure really what it was about, so I don't want to give too much away. But like I said, a lot of people I know were like, wow, that's like the most fun I've had in a while. Like, this is a really good show. And I do like it. It brings up some interesting things, especially... since we live in a world where Marvel is everywhere, we are all obsessed with superheroes. This show says, what if the superheroes that the whole world is obsessed with are actually awful, terrible people? They don't care at all if they hurt anyone. They're sexual predators.
So it's like Brightburn all over again.
Actually, yeah, Tom, I thought of that. I thought of you because I know you didn't like Brightburn. I still haven't seen it. I do want to check it out, but I know that was a mess. I wonder, it sounds kind of like that. Brightburn obviously was horror. This is a kind of action comedy. It's very brutal. It's kind of bloody, but it is funny. But I'm really intrigued that,
How far did you get in? How many episodes?
I watched the first episode. So I'm gonna continue with it. I don't know if maybe it'll take a turn. I won't be into it, but just from what I've seen in the first episode, I think there's lots of interesting layers there. It's got an interesting cast. A lot of them I don't know who they are, but we got Elizabeth Shue, who I've always liked ever since Adventures in Babysitting. She kind of runs this group of superheroes. Like, she moves them around the country. Like, she's talking to the mayor of, like, Baltimore, and she's like, you can have this superhero for $300 million. So she's like the director of, like, the superheroes, which is interesting, an interesting thing to, like, you're gonna pay us for this superhero to watch out, you know, for your community. Chase Crawford is a superhero, and, you know, I forgot, he's actually so good looking, and he really is a perfect superhero. I don't want to tell you all what's up with him because I was shocked, but he is one of those superheroes that you find out actually is really pretty shitty. But the main characters are played by two really, I like them both. Jack Quaid, who I guess is Dennis Quaid's son. He's this totally normal guy who has a major loss in his life. He loses someone very important because of a careless superhero, which is so interesting.
That scene was pretty took me by surprise.
Right, Foom? Like,
violence.
It's very violent and gross, and they linger on it. Mm-hmm. But I kind of like that they linger on it because you really feel for him. And so he wants to take these superheroes down, which is very interesting. He is a totally normal guy, but he knows that these superheroes are bullshit. So there's him, and then there is a new female superhero that's been kind of inducted into this world. I don't know the actress's name, but she's very cute. She plays Starlight, and she's got great, you know, real power. She's from, like, Des Moines, Iowa, and so we're also seeing the world from her lens because she is realizing, oh, this group that I'm joining is awful. She hates them. She feels uncomfortable. She's actually a good guy. So I don't know. I think there's some really interesting things to this show. That's why I want to keep up with it. I just think it's interesting to see superheroes in a different light. Maybe that's why I'm okay, you know, seeing superheroes that are assholes and actually maybe they're going to be taken down. We think they're the good guys, but they're actually not. There's also Carl Urban, who's great. He also wants to take them down. So, yeah, I'm going to check that out more. So I would recommend it. I say add The Boys to your list.
All right. And he made his statement, and he's sticking to it. That's
yeah,
the story.
At least for now. You never know. We might in a few months do like a actually on second thought like we've done before, and maybe that'll be it. You never know.
Fumi, what do you got, girlfriend?
Okay, so the first thing on my list is an ad. Why Women Kill. It's on CBS All Access. It's produced by Mark Cherry. And guys, I was just talking to a friend of mine about how I wanted, like, a Desperate Housewives-esque type show for, like, current day.
Oh.
This is that. I loved that show from, like, the very first scene.
Oh, I own the first season on DVD, baby. I loved that show.
Oh, what, Desperate Housewives?
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah. I loved it. But Why Women Kill, like, from the second it started, I just fell in love. So, essentially, it takes place. It's 3 time periods all in the same house in Pasadena. Oh, wow. So, Ginnifer Goodwin is... Ginnifer Goodwin is a subservient housewife from the 50s.
She's so good at playing that.
Oh, my God. Lucy Liu is, like, this eccentric... rich woman, don't fuck with me from wife from the 80s, and a new actress by the name of Kirby Howell Baptiste is a bisexual feminist attorney in the current 2019. And so each of their husbands, so Ginnifer is like a housewife. Lucy Liu, we're not quite sure what she does, but she's a socialite. She's the one that's got the money in her relationship.
Yeah, she looks very Dynasty in the
very
trailer,
Dynasty.
right?
Oh my God, it's fabulous.
Yeah.
And then Kirby, who plays a woman named Taylor, is married to Reed Scott, and they're both like have an open marriage.
I like him.
She likes, they're great. She likes women. He dates women, and so the first episode introduces all of these women, and it essentially is like how they get to this point with like what drives them to want to kill their husbands.
Okay.
And so in the first episode, we find out that Ginnifer's husband is cheating on her with a waitress. It's like so typical. It's like, ugh, could you be more original?
Come on,
Lou's,
Ginnifer.
I know, right? Lucy
Ginny.
Liu's husband is actually gay.
Ah.
And, oh my God, when she finds out, it is the most hysterical thing when she confronts him about it, and then she tells him to leave. Honestly, I cracked up. I was like it was the funniest thing that happened in the entire episode.
Lucy is so good.
She's so
she's
good.
good at everything she does. I don't know why she's still sort of underrated. You know what I mean?
I know.
Yeah, totally.
Yes. She's so freaking funny. She does comedy so well. And Taylor, her and Reed, they've introduced. She's kind of a newcomer. She was in.
Is this Daddario?
Yeah, Alexandra Daddario.
Yeah, she's done some things. Yeah, Baywatch.
She's done a couple things. Yeah.
Yeah.
So she is like the new person introduced into the marriage of her and her husband. So we don't necessarily know quite yet what's going on with them, but we obviously have a feeling that like Alexandra's going to come in between her and like the couple. We just don't know exactly how. But it was fun. It was campy. Great colors.
How many episodes?
That's a good question. I'm not sure. It's getting like maybe 10. I don't know.
Do they release? I forget. Does CBS All Access release
freaking
each week?
every week?
Yeah.
It's so annoying.
Yeah.
So annoying. But it's fun seeing the same house go through the different like
That's cool.
times of history. And I just love it. I like add it. It is exactly what I had been wanting and needing. I miss Mark Cherry and the way he writes women and the way he does comedy. And I just love it. Why Women Kill.
I didn't even know until you texted me, Foom. I was like, what is that? I thought it was like some
God.
It sounded like some investigation discovery like reality show, which I'm like, okay.
So good. It's
but
so campy.
How did you saw like trailers and ads around town?
I saw a trailer and an ad, and then the premiere kind of like snuck up on me. I didn't realize it was premiering when it did. And so I was like, okay, I definitely want to check it out. So I watched it, and I was just like, I was texting everybody. I was like, my friend Bobby, I was like, oh my God, this show is amazing. I texted you. I was like, you have to watch the show immediately. It's exactly the type of stuff that we love. It's like the reality, but it's not reality, but it's just like the way that it is like snappy and hysterical with like a bunch of women. It's just that. It's just fantastic.
Love it. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Okay, so the next thing on my list is a movie that literally just came out.
Yes.
I think
I'm so excited
this
to hear
week.
what you think.
Ready or Not. And it is a horror film. Well, I wouldn't say necessarily horror, thriller, comedy. It's an add to your list.
Nice.
Yes.
You guys, this movie is a lot of fun. Yeah.
That's what everybody keeps saying.
Yeah, it's done really, really, really well. So essentially, Samara Weaving plays a newlywed. Literally, it is her wedding day. Literally. Like, hours after getting married to this guy. She is, her new in-laws have this tradition. The La Domas is the family. And so she gets put into this room, and they all have this round table where they all sit around, and they all have a glass of champagne. And she has to pick a card. And this card will decide a game the family plays for the night. One family member who married into it picked checkers. Another picked, I forget what, Scrabble, who knows. But she picks hide and seek. And that is the one card you do not want to pick. Because unbeknownst to her, her lovely new husband didn't let her know that her family is super rich and super entitled. The family that she marries into is literally the 1%, okay? And they believe that they have all of their money and everything and all of their success and power because of sacrifices that have been made to this one man who basically gave their family everything that they ever could need. And one of the sacrifices is every time a new member a new member marries into the family, they have to, if they pick hide and seek, they get hunted by the rest of the family and have to perform a ritual before dawn the next day. So this movie is just so much fun. I mean, there's a daughter who is addicted to every freaking drug you can imagine. If she's not popping pills, she's snorting cocaine, and it makes her so stupid and like super like jittery. Adam Brody and his adorableness, just absolutely adorableness. He's a raging alcoholic. Samara Weaving does a really good job as this bride. I like the fact that she isn't this whimpering, oh my god, save me, somebody come help me type woman. Like, she really is like, fuck you guys, I'm not going down without a fight. Like, she really holds her own in this movie.
How was Andie MacDowell?
Yeah,
Andie MacDowell was so good. She was like,
she looked good in the trailer.
She's the calming, like, every time her husband loses his shit, she's always like, honey, we understand, but take a deep breath.
Oh my God.
We'll figure this out. Like, she's very, very funny in the movie, but also very unlikable.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So this movie's definitely an ad. I mean, it has the comedy, the horror, the murder.
Is it violent?
It's definitely violent. There are definitely parts of the movie where you feel for this girl because you're like, oh God, I don't know how she's doing it.
Wow.
And there are also moments that just factor in like the way people are with one another nowadays, which are so funny. Like, there's this one scene where she finally gets out of the house and she runs into the street and a car is coming and everyone's like super excited for her. Like, she's gonna make it. She's gonna get it. And she's screaming for help, and the guy looks at her, and he just is like, fuck you, and takes off, and she's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, it's so funny. It's so
I can't
hilarious.
wait to see it.
Yeah.
Definitely go check it out. Like, definitely watch it this weekend at the theater.
Now, Foom, does the trailer give a lot away? Because I feel like the trailer, like, shows, like, who's getting killed, like, by the crossbow and all this.
I know.
Do you feel like there's a lot of fun things that aren't given away?
I think that, well, I wouldn't necessarily say that the people who die in the trailer don't really matter in the grand scheme of the storytelling.
Yeah.
They're just kind of like, those moments are comedic in the film, so it just kind of makes you, like, you know it's about to happen, but it just makes you laugh.
Yeah.
But in the grand scheme of things, and like the central story in the family, like, those, they don't matter.
Okay, yeah. All right, cool.
Cool. I will wrap us up. I have 2 items on my list as well. The first one is the movie Good Boys.
Oh, yeah.
I have been wanting to see this for months since I first saw the trailer because I thought it was just so damn clever and so damn original and so fresh.
Yeah.
It is that movie. It is that raunchy movie we've been seeing trailers for months about the 12-year-old boys who are just getting themselves into trouble. Guys, the movie is an add this to your list. It is funny as hell.
I figured it is, yeah. It looks it.
And even the things that you've been seeing for months in the trailer, you still laugh your ass off when they happen in the movie. That's how good it is. Jacob Tremblay is the star of the movie. He is so good. He has such a bright future ahead of him. The other 2 kids are really good. Basically, the story is about 3 friends. They are 12, so they're tweens. They've literally done everything together their whole life. They're inseparable best friends. But they're at that point where they're starting to find different interests, right? Mm. And, like, Tremblay's character, he's starting to want to kind of explore with girls. And the black kid wants to join, like, a patrol squad in school to stop bullying. And yeah, it's super cute. And the other kid, who's, like, he looks like a real tough person. He's kind of butchy in the trailer, but deep down inside he wants to sing in school musicals, and he doesn't know how to do that without being a nerd. So they're all kind of like at a crossroads, and they're trying to figure out how do they maintain their friendship while still being true to themselves and kind of exploring the things that they want to do. It is so good. It is so heartfelt. It's 90 minutes long, so it's not too long, not too short. It doesn't overstay its welcome. The thing is that the raunchy stuff is really raunchy. Like, there were times in my head I was just thinking, God, these poor parents of these kid actors, what they must have been, thinking and wringing their hands about. Because it does go there in several parts of the movie.
Wow.
Highly recommend it. Have you guys seen it or no?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
I haven't seen the movie, and I actually haven't even seen the trailer. It kind of snuck up on me. I don't know how
Oh, whoa, really?
Yeah, I don't know how I missed this, but it sounds like I would love it. Like, if it's anything like
you would love it.
And, like, other fun, raunchy comedies, I'm totally into it. And I love when kids curse anyway. And I think it's produced by Seth Rogen, right?
Yes, it is. It is, yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh,
and
so
you
I'm
know,
sure they're dropping F-bombs like crazy.
all the time. And you know me with, like, when I start laughing, I just can't stop. There's this one scene where, like, they go into a house where a bunch of people are smoking pot, and one of the kids gets taken somewhere else, and then the black kid asks somebody, how long is this going to take? And one of the stoners just turns around and blows smoke into the kid's face and gets him high as hell, and I just could not stop laughing. You know me. Everybody in the theater was probably hating on me. But, yes, so that is Good Boys. It is a good movie. Go check it out.
Nice.
Second thing on my list, BH90210.
Oh my God, Tom! I can't wait to hear what you gotta say.
We gotta get into it. There are things to say. Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna say. Let's give everybody a brief synopsis if they've been living under a rock and they don't know that this is the pseudo reboot, kind of quasi reboot of 90210. Most of the cast is back except for, unfortunately, Luke Perry. R.I.P. Luke. Yes, even Shannon is back. And so we say it's a quasi-reboot because they are actually... The network was actually smart, and they realized that they could never really... Or recapture the magic of early 90210 days. So the storyline here is that these actors are playing themselves, living today in modern Hollywood, and they are trying to work their way through a reboot of the 90210 show. It's going to be 6 episodes long. 3 have aired at this point of recording. And I'm going to say I kind of like it a lot. I'm going to say this is an add this to your list.
Yeah. I don't know what the hell you both are smoking. This shit is trash.
Girl.
Don't get me wrong.
This is so
don't
smart.
Get me wrong, Foom. This is such a flaming pile of mess. But there's...
It is horrifically ridiculous.
It's horrific, but there's something about it that... I can't wait to watch the next one.
I know. I literally cannot wait to watch the next one. I love it.
Just to be clear, though, Tom, if this is Tori Spelling and Jenny Garth's idea, they're the ones that went back to the network and said that we want to do a reboot of 90210, but we want to do it with our lives, but not really. So it's like a quasi...
It's super meta.
Their
it's very
life,
meta, which I think already is why I love it.
Yeah, it's their life, but not really.
Yeah.
Right.
I personally think that this would have been so more successful if they just did their lives. Like, who doesn't want to hear about Tori Spelling and the fact that her father is one of the richest men in entertainment who had such hugely successful shows, and she's dirt-ass poor and, broke all the time. Or Jenny Garth and her 3 marriages. Like, people want to know about that shit. Why don't they just do their own lives?
So, you almost wish it was like a reality show that
You just want a reality show of just the cast.
No, I think they could still do it where it's scripted, but it's like playing up on what their real life is instead of this weird, like Brian Austin Green is married to a hugely successful woman and his career is kind of nothing.
Right.
Well,
and now this reboot makes him want it. But, okay, dude, that's your marriage to Megan
Fox.
What's her name?
Yeah.
Megan Fox. Just show Megan Fox.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
I know what you mean. I just feel like I miss Megan Fox. She doesn't work anymore. This is perfect. Let her just play herself or play a version of herself.
Yeah, exactly.
His wife, I think, is played by
Lala Anthony. It's Lala Anthony.
Yeah, and guys,
but it's
why?
She's
one of the worst. She's one of the worst. Oh God.
Why?
Yeah, I know.
It's just super weird.
But it is very close because Tori's character as Tori, she's always comparing herself to her dad and so I do like that they're pretty open and honest. But guys, I knew there was some turmoil making the show, but did you guys know that I didn't know until watching the first episode that this was really Tori and Jenny's idea. They are executive producers, they're creators.
Yeah.
I didn't know that until watching the episode. I didn't know that. So that's so interesting.
Yeah.
I think the whole thing is
totally
really
their
interesting.
Idea.
I think it's pissing a lot of 90210 fans off because it's just taking such a weird meta turn that I think a lot of fans of that show, of the original show, are kind of I just want to see
But here's the thing though, 90210 wasn't good when it ended. 90210 was good when it started, but 10 years they did every story that they could possibly do.
Oh, I bet.
There's no way you can reboot that show and do it well because of the campiness and the ridiculousness that you would have to kind of pick up with. So I think this is a smart way to kind of show that they're never going to be able to do what they did, but still kind of give people who are a little hungry for it something.
It would be fun, in the finale, to see them act on the reboot within the reboot.
I think we're gonna get it. I think we're gonna get that.
Kind of over the top '90s campy acting.
Yes,
could be
I
fun.
think that's coming. I think that's coming.
Yeah, it's
but I
interesting.
dig it.
I don't know why Shannon Doherty's character is, like, hanging out with, like, the wild animals. That's kind of random.
Yeah, that part's not really true about her life.
Like-
yeah.
like,
I'm like, girl?
Probably
You don't
their
wanna talk
way
about
of
your
having
cancer?
Shannon back on, but like doing her dirty, you know, like
Yeah.
because Jenny
Yeah.
doesn't like her anyway.
Well, I love that in the first episode. They're like, well, at least Shannon's not here. Like, they are. I was like, oh, dang, you're going for it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny.
But no, I'm into it. But I guess maybe I'm into it because I wasn't crazy about the original show. It was fine, but I was never like, so I could see a lot of diehards not being into this, you know. But I think it's fun.
I do too.
Yeah.
I'm here for the rest of it. So
Yeah.
that's that. That is our list for the week, guys. So we had all ads, right?
Yep.
Yes. So we had Why Women Kill, The Boys and Good Boys. I guess we were doing something with gender here.
Hi,
Super
boys.
theme. Hey. Women and boys. And then we also had ads Ready or Not, Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, and BH 90210. So 6 ads total.
Yeah.
Good list, guys.
Yeah.
All right. Get
Oh, boy.
yourselves ready. It is
Okay.
time for Tom's Trivia. We haven't done this in a while, so let's refresh everybody's memory. I spit out a number of questions. Tonight we have 8, and we have 1 bonus one in case there's a tie, but that's never really an issue.
God. Well,
The
excuse
topic.
me.
The topic is the dog days of summer, right? And just a little bit of education for y'all. We generally refer to the dog days of summer as August, right? Because it's hot as hell, and a lot of people think that that phrase came because, you know, the days are so hot that they're not fit for a dog, or the days are so hot that even dogs go mad, quote unquote. But actually, the dog days of summer is called that because the sun occupies the same region of the sky as the constellation Canis Major, which is the Great Dog. That's the name of the constellation. So the sun chills in the same area of the sky as this constellation, the Greater Dog, and that's why we have, you know, the end of summer called the dog days of summer.
Whoa, things just got real. Okay.
Right? Right? You learn something new every day, bitches. This is an
Wow.
astrology podcast now.
Gosh. Listeners, are you still with us?
But in the industry, we often refer to the dog days of summer as the time when the box office just takes a big shit, right? End of summer, movies don't tend to do well. The studios just dump a whole bunch of things there, so kind of gets a negative connotation in the industry. However, tonight's questions are going to be all about dog movies, though, since we are in the dog days of summer.
Cute.
And it's kind of relevant because poor little what's his name, Milo Ventimiglia.
Milo, yeah.
That movie's not doing so well. The
what
Art
is
of
it?
Racing in the Rain.
Yeah, The Art of Racing in the Rain.
What
I'm like,
a
that's
ridiculous
a title?
title. Yes,
Oh,
I know.
God. Yeah.
I know. So his movie's not doing so well. Sorry, Milo. Thank God This Is Us is coming back in a couple
But
weeks.
also, like, why would his manager and agent, like, even give him that? Whatever.
Well, and
I know.
it's with
I
him
know.
and Amanda Seyfried. So
Yes.
I guess it
Yeah.
all sounded great on paper. I don't know.
I don't know.
They fell for it. I don't know.
I don't know. But I'm going to ask my questions rapid fire like usual. Whoever answers correctly first gets a point. Whoever gets the most points at the end is crowned Entertainment Geek of the Week. Are we ready?
Let's do
Yes.
All right. This Sin City actor voiced a dog in 1993 smash hit Homeward Bound.
it. I don't know.
Sin City, like the movie Sin City.
No, the show Sin City.
Oh, Michael J. Fox.
Bingo, 1 from Mark. Good. Number 2. True or false? The 1974 dog classic movie Benji is an Oscar nominee.
False.
True.
1 for Fumi. It was
It is?
nominated for Best Song at the Oscars that
Oh
year.
God, those are fake awards anyway.
No. Number 3. This Scream Queen led 2008's Beverly Hills Chihuahua.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Number 4. Emma Stone will step into the role of Cruella de Vil in Disney's live-action movie Cruella. But
Glenn
who
Close.
did it first? Oh, you didn't let
Glenn
me
Close.
finish the question. You're disqualified for that one.
Oh come on, everyone knows that answer.
Well, I didn't know if you were saying if it was true or false or what. Not.
Yeah, no, you don't get a point for that, Mr. Mark. It's still 2 Mark, 1 Fumi.
You needed to explain the rules in the beginning. You did not say anything about
Number
jumping the
5.
gun.
True or
Anyway.
false? Marley and Me is the highest-grossing dog movie ever at the box office.
I should know this because I worked on it.
I think it's
I would say false.
Fumi was saying false first, so I'm going to give the point to her. It is
Okay.
false. Scooby-Doo actually is the live-action Scooby-Doo movie.
oh good.
Yeah.
Oh, good
So,
for Scooby.
you guys are tied.
Oh. Yeah, I worked on Marley and Me
That's
for like
right,
a week.
yes.
That movie
It's
was
so good. The book is even better.
So good.
Number 6.
Yeah.
1992, Beethoven. The father was played by Steve Martin. True or false?
False.
Very good.
True.
One for Mark. False. It was Charles
Charles
Grodin.
Grodin.
Yes.
Oh yeah, you cannot fuck with
I
Beethoven.
love Beethoven.
I don't remember that movie. I remember loving
What?
it, but I don't remember it now.
Oh yeah, and then there's the sequel. Oh, so good.
Did the dog die
Is it
in
dead?
that
No,
movie?
no.
No. Mm-mm. It's a comedy.
All right.
No death.
Number 7. A Dog's Purpose from 2017 with Dennis Quaid came under major fire for forcing its German Shepherd stunt dog to do
True.
what?
Oh,
Bitch.
to like be in the water.
Yes.
There was a water video. True.
I mean, if it wasn't true or false, Fumi, you would have gotten the point. I know you'd be desperate for that point, but it's got to go to Mark.
Fumi is really focused on the true or false.
Yes, it was to swim. Another point goes to Mark. All right.
But wait, but real quick, didn't we find out that was like a hoax?
No.
I don't think that video was real, right? Or was it real?
No, I think it's pretty real, yeah.
Oh, I thought that ended up coming out that like that was something
that
else.
they
I don't
like
know, I gotta
lied
look
about
that
it
up.
or something.
That like the movie actually did it right, but that video was like another
you're right.
company or
I
something.
think you're right.
I think, yeah, there was something. Anyway, either way, bad publicity. Okay.
Number 8, final question. Disney announced that a live-action... They announced this just 2 weeks ago. Disney announced that a live-action version of this dog movie will debut on Disney Plus platform.
Beethoven.
Fox and the Hound.
Oh, so close. Lady and the Tramp.
Oh.
With Justin Theroux voicing Tramp, yes.
Wait,
Really?
Justin. Oh, you're right. I did hear
Yes.
this. It's him and Tessa Thompson.
Yep, exactly.
But wait, he's. Wait, isn't Tramp the? Oh no, yeah,
Lady.
Yes. Yes.
I was gonna say, isn't the Tramp the lady? But
Nope.
nope. Oh,
Why
Alright.
did they call the boy the tramp then? I don't remember that movie.
I don't know.
Why
I
is
think
he the
because he's
tramp?
homeless. I think he's homeless.
I think back in the day, Tramp.
Yeah, it
meant
doesn't
something
mean
else.
what it means today.
Oh, the slut.
Yeah.
Well, even the word tramp that's not really used.
No.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, Mark is the winner.
Yeah.
He got the more points.
hey, rough, bitch.
Oh my god.
Woof woof, yeah. Now,
Yeah,
my tiebreaker, we'll do it just for the hell of it. My tiebreaker was, if we needed it.
I love
Mo-
that you thought you were going to need a tiebreaker for a movie, for a trivia about dogs with me.
Oh, don't hate. Tiebreaker was, multiple Oscar-nominated actress Michelle Williams got her film start in this 1994 dog movie about a collie.
Lassie.
Bingo. Mark would have gotten that anyway.
I remember that.
Yep.
Of course, the bonus is about Michelle
Right?
Williams.
You know I
when,
love
when
Michelle.
when Tom is playing a game.
Yep. Either Michelle or
That's
Jennifer
fun.
Remember
Love
that,
Hewitt.
Lassie?
Those are my go-tos. And if it's music, Kelly Clarkson.
Fun.
Oh, we know, Tom.
All right, so that's our episode for the week. We want to thank you all for listening. We want to thank Greg and Allie for, and my Mrs. Jay, of course, Jay. We want to thank Greg, Allie, and Jay for their support to this podcast. Please find us on social, engage with us. We are here ready to talk to y'all. And then go on iTunes and leave us a nice little review. Only if it's 5 stars. We don't want anything lower than
Yes. Oh, and speaking of, we did get a new rating.
Yes.
We got a new 5-star rating, so thank you, but no review, so we can't shout you out.
Yes. So thank you,
gotta,
person in the others.
Thank you, secret admirer.
Oh, that's very
Thanks. Let's
sweet,
get more
though.
of those. Yeah, very nice.
Was it
So,
one of us?
just-
It wasn't me.
Nope, wasn't me.
it
either.
wasn't me. I think I was the very first review, so now I can't do another one.
But yes,
They're
go
like,
on there.
They're like,
and
yes, we already heard from
Go
you.
on there,
Awesome.
give us reviews. Let us know what you like or don't like, and we'll shout you out in the episode. And we will catch you soon.
Yeah, a couple
Bye.
weeks.
Bye.
Bye.